Never again.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. As you can see from this title, today I'm going to do another FTP, but I'm going to do it on Zwift, so it's going to be a bit of a comparison from when I did it outside to in Zwift. I think Zwift is probably more consistent to do your FTP because you've got no variables. You literally just put the power down and just get it done, where the other day when I did it, as you saw in the video, there was undulations in the ground, up and down. You have to turn on the corners, you lose power. So I've never done an FTP on Zwift. I've always gone on my outside power, so it's going to be interesting to see. So I'm going to get set up in my pain cave, get everything ready, and then have a little chat to you down there. So here we are, I'm on the bike. I'm going to do the short FTP. I don't need a warm up for as long as it says. So I'm going to do about a 10-15 minute warm up and then get straight into it. I'm going to screen record the effort, so I'm going to warm up. You don't need to see that. So as you saw in my previous FTP outside, I was able to hold 376 for 357 FTP, which is one of my best. But obviously the road changes a lot out there, where I feel like you can hold consistent on this inside trainer. So it'd be interesting to see how they compare. I'll do a little every 5 minutes. I'm not going to record the whole thing. So every 5 minutes I'll come in, talk a little bit, how I'm feeling. You'll see the numbers. So I'm going to screen record the whole 20-minute effort, and then we'll look at the numbers afterwards and see how I'm doing. But I'm hoping to try and hold 380 for the 20 minutes. I think I can do it. Where outside I started the first 5 minutes, I think I was like over 400, and by the time I was 10 minutes in I was at 395. So I started hard and then lost. So if I try and keep it consistently about 380, if I've got some left in the tank last 5 minutes, ramp it up, but we're gonna see. So just warming up, and then we'll cut to the effort. It's going to be interesting, but at least we're comfortable in here. It's absolutely turd outside, so it seems like whenever I want to do an FTP, when I was outside the weather turned crap. Today I'm going to show you the weather map now. As you can see, the days before and the days after are absolutely stunning, but today I don't know. So perfect day for this. Let's get it done. So we've got 15 seconds till the start. I'm a wahoo. We're gonna give it hell. See you in a minute. See you in 5 minutes. What I want to try and do is average, I said 380. So look at the screen. So 5 minutes in, 377 average. I took a t-shirt off because I forgot a towel. I'll just try and hold it around here, get it done. Whew. So there we are, 10 minutes in, 374, 75. I can't talk much. See you in a minute. 5 minutes to go. Average dropped a little bit. Oh, this ain't easy. Come on, 5 minutes. Last minute. Oh shit. Sorry for the faces. Oh. Come on. Ah, this hurts. Never again. I'll talk to you in a minute. So I've come on outside, Whoa, that was something else. Now between the 2 FTP efforts I've done, doing it on Zwift is way harder. I was actually quite surprised. In the outdoors, you actually get a bit of let off in some places. I remember the other day, there was places where I was riding along at like 250 watts, where downstairs on the Zwift, you have to pedal from start to finish. And I probably could have gone a little harder to start with, because I think the other day, like I said earlier, I was going at like 305 watts for the first 5 or so minutes, where today I was keeping it at about 370, 380. So that towards the end, as you saw, the last minute, I really upped it up. I think I was in the 400s. And what's quite interesting, looking at today's effort, like I did 371 watts for the 20-minute effort, but my average heart rate was a little less. Last time was 183 average, and today was 181. So last time when I did it outdoors, I did 376 watts for the 20 minutes, where I put that down to having a little bit time to almost recover in some places. If you're pushing 100 watts out less, if you were doing it over 2 minutes, that's a lot of saving. But obviously you've got to push harder in other places, where today I literally tried to keep it as much as possible in the like 370ish range. So I'm actually going to take the Zwift FTP over my outdoors, because like I said, if you just train beyond what's actually possible, most of the time you're going to burn yourself out. So if I train a little bit less, like I said, I always try to do about 90 to 92% of my FTP, and then I know I'm not overcooking, because the places where you want to cook yourself is in your efforts, like your sprint, your VO2, all that sort of thing. When you're going for long rides, you want to keep your efforts in a nice possible place. So, you know, I'm stoked on that. 371 watts for 20 minutes is, I feel happy with that. I weigh just under 77 kilos. I think I'm 76.8. So that's the lightest I've ever been. Once I get out and I can train a bit more and do long rides and do like endurance rides, I can certainly work on my heart rate, because my heart rate's certainly working more than it used to, where I haven't been able to possibly do long rides. I've mainly just been sitting in my man cave doing Zwift efforts, which are an hour or less, which you're never gonna get a lot of your endurance training. So I know that's what I got to work on, but it really surprised me. To be fair, they're pretty similar. There was only 5 watts difference, which I'm super happy about. I try to keep it about 90-ish cadence, so that's my sort of sweet spot, 90-ish. So I'm happy with that, to be fair. What do you guys do? Do you try to do your FTPs outside? Do you do it indoors? Do you prefer indoor training or outdoor training? For me, I prefer riding outdoors, but if I'm gonna do certainly an FTP now, I know that indoors is certainly more consistent. But when it comes to other training, 100% I like being on the road. So hopefully you found this video interesting. I know there's so many FTP videos out there, but I'm just sort of your average cyclist, just trying to get better and better. My FTP sort of seems to be staying about the 370 at the minute. I know I just need to work on the endurance and it'll build, but like FTP isn't everything. I like to work on power, endurance, all that sort of thing. So yeah, if you like the video, guys, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, the bell, all that sort of nonsense, and keep watching. Hopefully, I'm going to keep rotating from enduro to road cycling and keep you entertained. So yeah, until next time, guys, thank you very much.